Hi everyone, I am back with another Stop the Blur spread. I haven't made any process videos for these. It's kind of just been like the before and after, and more than likely because I feel like I take so long during these processes, I know that if I try to film it from beginning to end, it's going to be one, a big pain in the hiney to edit it. Two, then I would have to voice over it. And then three, I would have to try to condense all the work into a small, short video. Now, I don't know how everyone feels about watching these. These are kind of labor intensive because I do try to make them, they have flip ups. They have a lot of small detail. This is the only spread I've done. I actually decided that I was going to start in the middle of the year for whatever reason. And I started trying to write down things for each of the days of the week throughout the month because these are weekly spreads. I started just randomly I don't think this is, well, anyway, this is when I started. So I have this set up to where I already printed photos and I have some here. I did start the Stop the Blur kit for July, and it came with these little notepads with these vellum pockets, these label stickers that also had all of these tiny little files, and they have them all in a really cute color family. And so I'm going to try and use the kit, but I'm also going to bring in some decorative elements because the intention for Stop the Blur, one, is because I do want to record the kind of day-to-day, and I like this medium. It's a lot smaller. It's not a whole 12 by 12 spread. And this is more like the day-to-day things that happen, things that were said during the day, or captions that I saw that were fun or meaningful in some way. What I ended up using was this printable here from Heidi Swap. Now, what I didn't see is that this is a sketch area, so it kind of has that planner spread sketch for you. But what I did instead is I tried writing things for the day there, and I actually had a lot to say this week that I even wrote stuff on the back side of it. I don't have to write about everything. In fact, the week prior to this one, the spread that you saw beforehand, I had so much written on here that I didn't even include in the week. So now I'm going to use the kit. I already started by using the stamp set that it came with this month, and I already labeled the days of the week. It also comes with this alpha upper and lower case, and they're kind of see-through, and I really like that. These circle labels and these circle stickers. I definitely have like small word stamps that I want to try and use. The only thing that I don't have is the July captions in this set that Heidi Swap came out with last year. I also have printables that she has in her Stop the Blur classes, and so I want to use the ones that kind of coordinate with colors that are in the kit. I have plenty here that I've printed out already. I want to try to either use some cut aparts or actually use some things that I have plenty of, like these word stickers or the planner stickers. These aren't planner stickers per se, but or any of the ephemera that I have from Heidi Swap too. Anything that I think I want to use creatively, I have here. I've also pulled out some flatter embellishments, and I'm not saying I'm gonna use everything that I have here. I did want to make sure that I had it available on my desk. I consolidated a bunch of dimensional stickers that were almost finished but weren't quite exactly. So I just consolidated all of them, and these are all things that I'm trying to use up. I ended up finishing this side of the spread. I was going to film during a halfway point, but however, my son started playing on his Oculus and it was kind of rowdy, so I just decided to keep pushing through, finish this side, and then just do an update when I was done. I added a lot of stickers aside from Stop the Blur kit. I've yet to use the alphas. They're kind of translucent. I kind of like that about them because if I wanted to do them on the vellum, I could. So that's what that has. It has the vellum pockets. I already have one planned here and one planned there. I did use my die cutting to cut out these hearts. These green hearts especially, I cut a bunch of those up with the remaining part of this Project Life card. I cut this down. I did use other cut apart pieces from other lines, and I just happened to find these laying around. It has some of the printables, like I said, from Heidi Swap, and I printed them on sticker paper. So there's this one. I used one of those little circle labels and I stamped the 21 with that stamp set that it comes with in the kit. I did pull out several of these smaller stamp sets, and I've only used this one, but it doesn't mean that I won't use any of the others. I do like pulling these out because this is when I feel like I can end up squeezing them in somewhere. I use the XOXO right here. This is a flip over. I actually made my own vellum pocket, and I should have used these from the kit, but I ended up making my own. I used a ephemera piece from a Dear Lizzie set, and then I used some of my older alphas that I know I want to use up. Like that's almost the end of that set, so I'm really glad to do that. I haven't written the journaling on the back of that, but that's okay. I ended up using one of the stamp sets from Heidi Swap. That's what I ended up using, and this stripe down here. I consider that a win because it means that I am equilaterally. I want to use consumables and non-consumables, things that I can use over and over at the same kind of pace. I think I used a piece of pattern paper from a 6x6 in order to get this on the back because I don't like to see the back of like the glue or whatever. And I used some of my Mandy sticks, and again those alphas. I used a clear sticker to go underneath the vellum pocket and this yay sticker because I had ink come through the back side of this page, and so I wanted to cover it up. It's not like really visible, but I can tell that it's a record, and that's kind of the point because that's what this was. This was supposed to be a Christmas gift, and it finally arrived 6 months later. We thought it was gone. We thought we weren't gonna see it, and it ended up showing up magically one day. I haven't finished my journaling for this part, and then I used one of these printables. It said stress level, but I covered it up and I put hair volume on there. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like you can. And I put a little star on the high, and then I outlined it in red because I took a picture of my son's hair and it looks crazy wild. I had it a Brad. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea later on, but I used it and I thought it was fun. I used these puffy stickers too. I got these in a set. And let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all I have left from a sticker sheet that Caitlin from Grey Floral sent me. So I put this as priority because we had an electrical inspection that passed that day. I used the printable here. I used the label sticker here. I am trying to use ephemera, especially from the Heidi Swap and sticker sheet sets that I have in here. And I did use a couple on this side. A lot of puffy stickers. Those are mainly from Amy Tangerine, and like I said, from my friend Caitlin. Printables, another Amy Tangerine puffy. I really like these in here. This is another one. I think this one though is from Amy Tangerine. I used a vellum from one of Heidi Swap's lines, Emerson Lane. It had too much white around it, so I fussy cut it, and then I did my own vellum little flap here. I ended up, if you can see the shadow on the bottom of this, I did it with a EK Success Punch that has like the double scallop, and then I used a little die set to cut out the word love. These are from Heidi Swap. She had a whole pattern paper that had the alphabet in this like stencil lettering, and I just fussy cut them out. I made a page from my niece's daughter, and that was my favorite layout of the month. I used some of this doily washi to hide the red line tape that I used to tape this down. Covered the back of the photograph with a pattern paper, and I used this die cut that I made with one of the stamps from Heidi Swap. This translucent sticker that says perfection, another one of those label stickers. I'll probably either glue one of these green hearts in there or stamp something on there. I used a label sticker here. I'll probably put a word there from one of these Tim Holtz Chit Chat. And then I used some clear stickers here that are a cactus and a little clear sticker heart from the Heidi Swap lines. And then I'll put in my journaling here. I'll put in some journaling here. That's this side, you guys. I end up inking the letters with some Victorian velvet to give it some weight, and it's still the same kind of color as the die cut. And so I ended up using this smiley face sticker band up here because why not? It is from the sticker book that Heidi Swap came out with. Yeah, it was the July printable, so I used it from here. And this used to be, these are printables that come with the class, but she made it into a sticker book. So now I'm going to get started on this side. I am back with the finished Stop the Blur page spread. I was going to do a midway point video, but my son started playing online with his friends, and I just decided to keep plowing through to the second half of the spread. I made a little like flip, which also has a little tag. Put some stickers behind the vellum because I had ink that had shown through on this part of the little pocket. So I added something else that looks kind of like a record because that's what I'm talking about right here. And I added this Project Life card. I cut it up as small as I could. I did use this green part back here that is a printable and one of those label stickers from the Stop the Blur kit. I used the green one. I've used quite a bit of the circles, not a whole bunch, but like I said, I don't intend on using it all on one spread. It says don't forget, and I forgot to do the journaling for this part right here. There's no flips on this one. I did add that brad and lots of different types of elements. Like this is chipboard. I took off a lot of the layers from the chipboard. This is a puffy. I did some Heidi swap. These were like resist embellishments. They come in white and you can spray them with spray. I just used some of the Distress Oxide ink. Used some of those labels to go in here and then use some of her old washi stickers to go in here as well. Some simple stories. I still need to do my journaling for this part and this part right here for this picture. I added some more labels, puffy stickers, printables. This is a little flip right here. I added my journaling here already. And then on this side of the page, I did a pocket here with the journaling spot. I used one of her journaling cards and I stamped details on it with one of her stamp sets. This is another little flip. And then this has the picture on it with one of her little pull tab stickers. And then I ended up doing this by mistake because I wasn't paying attention, but I did the journaling sideways instead of having it on the same, like reading this way for the little pocket, but it happens. And I realized here that if I pull a little on this tab, it's easier to put the pocket in. Another one of those labels to kind of mimic whatever I use on this side, I try to put to this side. This vellum pocket is mimicking this one, is along with the kind of same color family here. I have the greens, the two solid greens that kind of go. The blue in this picture kind of mimics this blue in this picture, or even the sticker that's on here. And then black elements, I feel like this is a lot of black and black, and this is like school, like chalkboard types of embellishments. So I did the same over here. I did do a pocket for the tickets. I glued on these acrylic or plastic tickets here. I did some of these puffy stickers that I had from Target. And then I used a lot of the little square stickers to put let's all go to the movies on here. And I put these embellishments and these little hearts to go throughout the layout. Used one of her folders and many of these little puffy stickers here. I used some of her stamp sets to do the yummy around the pizza, and also this stamping the tell your story. This is where the fun stuff happens. Are we having fun yet? And then this little number stamp and a label. Used some summary remarks, American craft stickers in the Somerset for this hashtag hello. And then another label. And then I used one of the little file folders that have a little tucky. Oh, and then more stamping, a label here with some of the journaling for this day. And then I did this little tag that has a beware and a little witch stamped on it for this picture. And then I use the printable for the journaling because I felt like it. And since it was kind of Halloween themed, I added that twine in the Halloween colors, and that does it for my spread for this layout. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, or subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.